Hello people, my name is Rage and welcome and all to the grand finale of the Hearthstone Hijinks Grand Tournament, and what a tournament it has been. You could say it's been grand, the tournament has. Okay, I'll stop now. So, to commemorate this awesome final, we are going to have a triple hijinks. Yes, in every game there will be a different fun rule set. The first one, the contestants have made each other the deck they have to use. The second one, you have to play every time. You have to play every top deck if possible. And the third one is a Battle of Legends. So for now, I'll see you in game one. Here we are then, everyone. Welcome to game one. So Mr. Funky Monkey has made a deck for Lawson that Lawson has to use, and it is a atrociously terrible warrior. And Mr. Lawson has made a deck for Funky Monkey that he has to use, and it is a atrociously terrible priest. So I'm excited just to see how pure evil these guys have been to each other. I mean, Injured Valdia is okay. I guess it could be a lot worse. But, I mean, there's not much redeeming this, is it? There is not a lot. I bet he gave him Bolster with literally not a single taunt in the deck. So this is really a test of how decent these guys can be to their opponent and just how malicious they can make each other's decks. And I'm excited. The Resurrect on the Dragonhawk. There it is. That is what you need to see. Very pointless, but I mean, really, I feel like there's not going to be a single above 1 mana creature in either of these decks, so Resurrect is just utterly pointless. The Oracles actually can affect each other. And if he had target dummies, Bolster would suddenly become very, very good. The chicken, of course, is going to kill the Wind Fury. Down goes the Murloc, and an Armor Up is the way to go here. So this one very much is just going to be very silly and just very... Aha, I gave him that. So a Llama Bot, lovely putting... A Llama Bot into a Llama Bot, everybody. That is what we need to do. A Llama Bot into a Llama Bot. Dragon Egg's actually not bad, but I highly doubt there is a way for Lason here to activate said Dragon Egg. Honestly, he might as well just throw down a Llama Bot for the sake of it at this point. Just straight up for the sake of it. Ah, this is beautiful. They have been so brutal to each other. It's actually kind of unreal. Yeah, he's gonna not put the Llama Bot in. That's alright then. That's alright. Oh, Captain's Parrot! Oh, God. Oh, I would be shocked if this drew a pirate. Yep, there we go. And he's just going to ignore him and go face. When in doubt, hit the face. What we got next? The other young Dragonhawk. Oh, my word. There is just... It's just all they've just been bastards to each other. I mean, I expected some brutally difficult decks to play, but they both hunger for this. They both require this victory. The Mind Games, the 4 mana, 1 mana creature. I mean, really, what is he even hoping for here? Honestly, that's probably one of the best results he physically could have got. That 2-1's pretty nice. Oh, we're just going to have a Llama Bot wars, aren't we? We're just going to have a slow Llama Bot fight until someone accidentally slips and breaks their head. That's the way this is going to go. Ancient Watcher. Oh, look at them. He gave him some meaty 4-5 stats. What? Oh, there's the Llama Bot. This is just ridiculous. I cannot wait for him to pull a Llama Bot into a Llama Bot. Oh, the Mind Vision might turn it all around. Oh, he gets the Ancient Watcher. He gets it. Oh, Epic Esports. What is going on? Oh, God. I'm really happy I made them do this for their first battle. Just really demoralize them as they slowly have to poke away at each other. Oh, the mind control! The mind control! Oh, snap! I never thought I'd see a day where a 10-mana mind control on a 1/1 ball would make such a difference. Oh, my word. Just awful. Just every part of this is just... So we've got to this point, everyone, where it's just been, like, there's a part of me that feels like I am too evil for giving them this challenge, because they've just had to go through the most brutal, agonizing slog I've ever seen, with them punching each other with the most just least effective, pokiest pokes you have ever seen. It's gotta sting. It has got to sting. It has just been back-to-back ridiculousness. The 3 damage from the Cogmaster, the highest single hit we've had all game. At this point, Funky Monkey has just... he's lost. He's even the first one to hit fatigue. It's just over. It is so over to the 70 health of Lason. I can't believe he gave him freaking warrior. And there he goes. Alright, next up, let's test a little bit of skill more than RNG. You have to play every card you top deck as long as you are physically able to play it. So the card you draw at the start of your turn, you have to play it during your turn. Otherwise, you are a failure. Yes, you are. And you get a strike. And 3 strikes means that you're out. I'm excited, and the thing is, if you draw like a Frostbolt, for example, over there in Funky Monkey's hand, and there isn't an opponent to fire it at, you gotta hit it into your face. Fortunately, Frostbolt can target face, so it's not a big of a deal here, but we should see some quite interesting, awkward, and clever plays coming out from these guys, if they eventually ever choose their starting hands, Loss on Monkey. There we go. I gotta destroy a Flame Tongue Totem and Totem Golem. Pretty good, solid Shaman coming from here. And a solid Mage. I'd actually forgotten what the hell Jada was for a second. I was like, Mage? Overload is actually kind of clever, because reducing your maximum mana crystals means you're less likely to have to play what you top deck, because you're more likely to not physically be able to play it. So that is actually kind of neat. He's got nothing here but to do it. He cannot play the Shredder, so he's safe for one more turn. He's just going to whack down the Spider Tank. Spider Tank, it does whatever a tank does, which is blow up everything you hold dear. That got dark, and it got sad. But most of all, yeah, most of all, I like the way your Hearthstone, boom, 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 boom. But for real, I mean, play the tank and end your turn. It is by far the best play here. Alright, will he draw something for your less mana and be the first one to have to obey the Shenanigans? And indeed, he doesn't. He's going to play the Flame Tongue, and he's going to go for the value trade there. That is fair enough. So the Cogmaster has to be played here. There it goes, down onto the field. He's got no choice. He really has no choice. He's got to whack it down, because Shredder obviously would have been the fantastic play there, but sucks to be him. Extra draw power is nice, because it does get you round having to play terrible, terrible stuff. This is going to be pretty good, at least a 5-6. Going to the 8-6 there. That kind of needs dealing with, and our mage here has to play the Clockwork Gnome, but they can Clockwork Gnome and they can Sheep, so honestly it's not too horrible, and then he can kill the Flame Tongue Totem, so that's a pretty okay turn from Funky Monkey, but I do like Mason's choice to be a Shaman. Alright, first time he's been trapped by the Hijinks. He has to play the Flame Tongue Totem here, which means his turn has to be Flame Tongue and Hero Power, and trade the Sheep into the Cogmaster. He's got no other choice. It's a very neat idea from Funky Monkey to do a low-cost mech deck, because it means that normally having to play your top deck isn't actually that horrible. So the Tankmaster has to come down, which means he's got 3 mana left. So yeah, it's basically just Mech Warper, Free Gnome, and the spare part. He's doing okay here. I mean, he should trade that to see if he gets a better spare part to use than the +1 health. Down we go with the Mech Warper. Lovely jubbly. And now the free Clockwork Gnome, and he actually got 2 armor platings. That's quite funny, making the Mech Warper a little bit harder to kill. This might be a snowball success for Funky Monkey. Oh no, never mind. The counter to the Fire Elemental there was beautiful, by the way. The armor plating onto the Mech Warper just in case. Sylvanas, really the best choice here. There's not much you can do. Sludge Belcher's, again, okay, just because of the Flame Tongue, so it'll be a 5 damage, it'll kill most things, and hell, even the Slime will do a number with 3 damage, but generally speaking, Lason's not in a great place. I'm not sure I go your Fire Guard Destroyer. He might be just wanting the sheer amount of health to threaten the board with that kind of damage, but I don't know. And again, very smart move from Funky Monkey playing Mech Mage, because having to play that Cogmaster, well, it just doesn't bloody matter. And guess what? He can whack 2 piloted shredders down on the field, which is just delicious. And unless our friend Lason draws a Lightning Storm, well, that's going to be a problem. He actually went for the hero power just to finally get rid of the Flame Tongue. I mean, I don't inherently blame him for that, but I don't know. We shall see. He needs a Spell Power Lightning Storm so bad, because it doesn't matter when you play the card that you top deck, you just have to play it. Now, he is considering whether to put the Clockwork Gnome in case of a Lightning Storm. Lucky for him, he doesn't have it, and the Fire Elemental's not really able to do much. It can at least kill the Cogmaster and get some big presence on the board, and honestly, in this situation, yeah, Lason does have the better board. He is technically winning, though the boards do kind of perfectly trade with each other. He's got to play the Annoyatron, but honestly, he would have played the Annoyatron there anyway. I'd have been tempted to go face. The Ruby and Egg, surprisingly great for him, because it's protection against Lightning Storm, should it get drawn. And then down goes the final Shredder, but he is running low on hand. That is the thing. And he has to play Emperor, which is honestly a pretty good play here. This is one of the few turns that he's going to have the ability to just play Emperor and hope. So he's just got an Emperor and Totem. Lason, don't you dare not follow the rules! Technically, you could be sneaky and deliberately use some of your strikes to do something different, but I think for now Emperor makes sense anyway, because lowering that hand is just fantastic, because that is a quality hand right now. And the 1/1, actually kind of useful. You need all the damage you can get from everywhere. Alright, so Fireball has to be used, so we're probably going to see the Fireball on Emperor, and then the ping on the 1/1. The Clockwork Gnome goes down, and then everything to face. Hopefully then, Lason doesn't get screwed by his top deck. That's pretty much what it comes down to, because if it's a useless card that he has to play, that's a big chunk of his mana out of there. He is obviously hoping for some sort of AoE, but that egg is a problem. So he has to play the Totemic, which isn't horrible, because he still has enough mana left to play the Sludge Belcher, and if he gets a good one, he gets a second taunt. That is A-okay. And he gets to use his hero power and look for a second taunt. No, it's spell power, which actually is, again, really good. Goblin Blast Mage has to come down. Basically, Funky Monkey is just playing every top deck now, so he's very cleverly got his way around this Hijinks. Lason, on the other hand, I mean, I'm kind of biased towards Shaman. Oh, and he gets a Mech Warper from Shredder in Mech Mage. Oh, the humanity. Granted, it made no difference in this particular one, but oh, that was ridiculous. The Totemic gonna go down, of course, to a hero power, and Lason is fighting tooth and nail for this game. Tooth and freaking nail, as that becomes a 5-5. What's it gonna be? The top deck that really matters? Actually, that's fine. He wants to play that Feral Spirit. That is good for him. So down that goes, and then honestly, probably just Ragnaros. But Sylvanas is the safer option. If you play Ragnaros and Ragnaros kills the 5-5, then you've done the correct play. However, if it hits literally anything else, then Sylvanas was better. So Sylvanas is the all-round safer play. Golden Ronin in the house! He needed a powerhouse to continue his domination of this game, but it still definitely can go either way here, that's the thing. And he's got a little bit of board presence. The Hex, and he has to play it. Oh, top decks for days from Loson. I think, you know what? I think he just might have played that either way. He's still definitely in danger, that is for sure, but he's looking okay. The Spider Tank has to come down, because the thing is, the Mech Mage is really good early on for getting round this Hijinks, but in the late game, where it doesn't matter as much, it does tend to fall short. So the real question is he going to try and deal with that Sylvanas, or is he just going to hope it takes nothing useful even? I know what I'm wording, saying it's all okay. And this also means that the egg might get taken, which does remove his AoE protection. And there it goes. He's going to hope that nothing horrible gets taken. And yeah, that really could have been worse. He can at least kill that. But the thing is, look at Loson's hand compared to the board and the non-existent hand of Funky Monkey. Annoyingly, he has to play that Sludge Belcher over his ridiculously good minions, but even then, it's still kind of fine. Loson might actually take this 2-0 and only be able to lose in the Pride round for Funky Monkey, because I still want to see these guys battle with Legends, that is for sure. Goblin Blast Mage is a pretty good draw right here, especially if it can kill the Sludge Belcher. I'd have personally waited to attack until after I saw what it does, in case that happens, but it doesn't matter too much. Annoyingly, he's then got to play Azure Drake. See, this is the thing. The Hijinks might very well come to haunt Loson if he can't play any of those big 3 cards that he's holding on to. He needs to draw a very cheap card so he can then still play them after. The Frostbolt comes out, which is fine. He has to play it anyway. It's easy to kill the Drake off with this. Frostbolt and the ping, or do you go for the Shredder, or do you ping the Abomination and then trade the free 1? It's a very difficult situation, so he's going to trade it there, that makes sense, and I think he's actually just going to leave the Drake alive but frozen, or go for killing at what pops. No, he's just going to go for that. Interesting. I mean, yes, he can ping it next turn, which is fine, but... Oh, no! Oh, look, he has to play Dr. Boom. Oh, no, lost. How will he ever recover from this? How will he ever recover? Just sad days. Oh, the early well played. The BM is real. The heal totem and the mech whopper. I think... I have to agree with Loson. This is a nail in the coffin. He either lost early or definitely won this game. He's got to play Mana Tide. That might come back to haunt him, as he might overdraw, but I mean, he's now about to Ragnaros. I think somehow he might just kill Funky Monkey before Fatigue comes into play. Just a little bit, but you never know, I could be wrong. He obviously would love Ragnaros to kill the 0-2 here, but will it? Hey, it does at least get the best result he wants there. And Flame Strike. Flame Strike here is actually really ridiculously good. Attack Ragnaros. Oh my god. Oh my god. The top decks for days. And then the Tuskar Totemic, meaning that he has to not play Nefarian or Alexstrasza, but he does get to immediately buff up both a Vitality Totem and his. So the Flame Strike has really prolonged the inevitable, but oh, he needed that. He so needed that. And there's Antonidas. It's not going to do much. He doesn't have a spell left, but it's at least something a little bit scary on the board. And then he's going to ping that in hope of his second Flame Strike. Oh, Feral Spirit. So he's got to annoyingly play that over Nefarian or Alexstrasza. Thorison's kind of a very good idea in this Hijinks, because then you are more likely to be able to still play your good cards. But it's over. It is over. So Loson 2-0 very convincingly takes the final of this tournament. Congratulations to him. He is the master of Hijinks, the Duke of Silliness, and the King of ha 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 ha. But it is not over, because I do want to see them battle with their legend decks and see if Funky Monkey can bring himself back a pride point, a single pride victory to prove that he could have had a chance had RNG fallen differently. So we have an all-legend Otha, and we have an all-legend Funky Monkey. Also, who's a druid. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Don't question me. Leroy. Leroy's an interesting one for all Legends deck, because normally you don't really need burst damage, you just need solid bodies on the field. Tinkmaster will definitely be getting played on turn 3. The Thalnos actually kind of good for Funky Monkey. Deathwing and Nefarian, not really as much. Surprised he's not got rid of them yet. You really just don't want them. He's going to go all 3. I mean, he is going to be the first person to put out something, so at least he's got that going for him. But right now, I definitely think Lason has the best hand. Though they both do have their Sylvanas, so maybe that's not as accurate a picture. And he does have the turn 7 legendary kill, which is obviously kind of useful in a legendary face-off. So we have the 1-1, which will kill the 1-1. However, the hero power from the druid will, of course, counter that. So he'll keep Thalnos around for probably a while. In fact, I would imagine that Thalnos is being turned into a 1-1 or a 5-5 next turn, which is going to be very volatile for Lason to deal with. In fact, I'd be tempted to not risk that 50% just for a free and just leave it for now and not use Tinkmaster until a lot later on. I just hero power and pass here. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Very sensible turn coming out from Lason here. He needed that. But the perfect top deck from Funky Monkey, getting a bit of Lightbane going on. I mean, he has to make the choice between that or trading. And he does choose to get rid of Thalnos, which is interesting, because I would have kept it, personally. Tinkmaster might be worth it now, because at most you give him 1 health and 2 attack, which isn't the world's craziest buff, and it's only going to be turn 4, and you're not expecting to see legendaries come out on turn 4, and if it's a 1-1, you're suddenly looking fantastic, so I really don't blame him for this, and it does work out in his favor. He grabs himself an enemy squirrel, who is of course going to get slaughtered, and that Pagel, not really doing much. You don't need to draw extra legendaries, you always have more than you need to play. The question is, will he go for the Leroy? I doubt it. Harrison Jones, of course, makes a lot more sense. You at least get a body on the field. Though a Rivendare might be nice, because you can get it set up for your future Death Rattles, like Sylvanas on the turn after, but he's just going for the safe, solid body. And here comes the Khan. And all he can do is hero power. He's gotten very unfortunate with his early game legendaries. And by early, it's not even really early. We're in the mid game now, so this is interesting. Definitely Sylvanas here. There's no reason not to just whack down your 5-5 that does wonderful work against legendaries. I, to be fair, would have left Nat Pagel alive, because it's just going to result in him overdrawing legendaries, and then you're going to burn off, and then you're going to feel really happy about that. Are we going to see the Blingtron? That is the question. No, we're going to see the Sylvanas. Damn you for making the sensible play. Oh, the turn 7 Dr. Boom. The turn 7 Dr. Boom into the ignore Sylvanas completely and go face for an inordinate amount of damage in the region of, I don't know, 15. That's gotta suck. I mean, he can rend Dr. Boom away and then trade Sylvanas into the 7-4, but whew, he's probably going to take a Doom. But honestly, I wouldn't do that yet. And just to give him a chance to take Dr. Boom, I would just immediately right now trade into the 7-4 and hope to get the 5-4 or the 7-7. And then you can use that on whoever is left. Yep, there you go. He's made the correct choice. Who's it going to be? And he actually gets that, and then can immediately rend away the 7-7. Pretty good turn. But then we do have the Kel'Thuzad Boombot Resurrection Squad, which is going to be pretty good. And down it comes. This might be the final nail. Is this going to be a clean sweep triple victory for Lason? Because if so, and then the final Boombot, is it going to kill him? Is it going to kill him? It doesn't! He actually, at the very least, gets to keep the stolen Harrison Jones as turn 8 rolls around. He kind of needs a really ridiculously good weapon here, and he does get a very, very good weapon. Arcanite Reaper is not bad. And the true Silver Champion, quite fitting for Uther, all things considered. I mean, he's just got to kill. He just absolutely has to kill Kel'Thuzad. He's got to trade his 5. He's got to trade his face. He needs him to die. There's nothing else he can do. Which really sucks because it's tied his hands. Now he's down to 6, which of course gives his opponent a lethal. So there you have it, guys. Lason with a commanding triple victory in the final of the Hijinks tournament. Normal Hijinks will return as usual now that the tournament is over. I hope you've all enjoyed this experience. There's been some highs, there's been some lows, and I think it's been a lot of fun. And while I don't like to count Lason out, he has just won. I mean, Funky Monkey is dead. Oh my god, he's going to let Rivendare survive with the double Boombot explosions. Oh my god, then the Alexstrasza! No way. No way is this. If this turns around based on this, I'm going to laugh so much. Bop. Bop. Wow, the perfect kill on Alexstrasza there. He couldn't have asked for better numbers. And then down goes the Cro-Magus. And then the slow, slow defeat of Funky Monkey. Alright guys, my name has been Rage. I will see you all soon. Remember to like if you've enjoyed this. Subscribe for more. And yeah. Oh, good boy. Alright, congratulations to Lason, our champion. Commiserations to Funky Monkey, our very, very valiant champion. I'm looking forward to resuming normal Hijinks. I most certainly am. And the double Eredic the Pure. The double Eredic the Pure. He's getting fantastic doubles. But then again, it's hard to not get fantastic doubles when you are running an all-legendary deck, because legendaries tend to be pretty good. He doesn't even... Oh no, he does get his Thaddeus. He's got that going for him. And then we get some hot Thaddeus on Thaddeus action there. But yes, my name's been Rage. I'll see you all next time. Oh, goodbye.